Okay, people, welcome back. Happy Tuesday, everyone. How's it going? Thank you. I don't want to listen to myself. Sorry for starting late, people. Sorry for starting 1 hour and a half late. I am exhausted, but well, it's the end of the year, people, basically. It's the end of the year. What are you gonna do? Sorry, I had. The thing is that uh, sometimes I have things to do, and well, it takes me a bit more to arrive home. And on top of it, when I arrive and I see that this program has to update, it's even worse. But no worries at all. No worries at all. We've arrived, because we've arrived at Loot Go Lane, the Jewel of the East. Indeed. We finished our initial section here. We finished the first zone of Diablo 1 with our sorcerer here, Elswin. So let me activate my shield, let me summon my familiar, and get everything set up to... Well, let's see, where do you buy potions in here? We arrived last time. Last time we dedicated the whole stream, almost 3 hours to the... There, so we can run. Ah, this is something nice that day. Okay, we have some quests to do. We already grabbed the quests. We have to find Radaman's lair in the Loot Go Lane viewers. Hey yo. Sorry, Patrick, I am a disaster. I'm starting an hour and a half late. Sorry, I'm a disaster, and it goes against all of you that are over there in Europe. I know it's terrible. Sadly, the time zone does not favor my stream for you all. But well, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I cannot buy potions here for some reason. What about you? No, nothing. Where do you buy potions in this town we arrived? Here last time. How are you doing, Patrick? You left me a surprise question over at Discord the other day. Oh, yesterday. Oh, there are no potions here for us to buy, people. There are no potions. How about here? I'm checking all NPCs.
You may not pass.
Yeah, I know. That's like the ending of a chapter. There. You. Hope you had a great weekend. Our president is there in Norway, a bit to the north of your position, for the Nobel Prize of Peace for a Venezuelan freedom fighter against the regime of the evil bus driver that we have in the Caribbean. That fortunately Trump said that his days are numbered. So good. I cannot wait until the US Marines take care of that scam. Let me see here. There are no way to buy the potions. Well, to hell with it. We'll go to the sewers without potions. I've already searched the whole town. Yes, I expressed my humble perception about the attention deficit syndrome, and I got in a debate with the guy. But Patrick, that's what I was gonna ask you. Is what you are mentioning is like at the nihilistic Discord that you tried joining the other day, or we are talking about another server? And you are using like my brain for debating against random people on Discord servers. Instagram comments. Oof no. Comments section of Instagram. No, damn it, shit. That's like a cesspool. A cesspool right there. You had better chances of anything decent at the nihilistic Discord, I'll tell you that. Comments section of Instagram, no, no. No, that's a cesspool, like bottom of the barrel. Those are the Twitter philosophers, as I call them. It's just that for me, all social media looks the same. Twitter, Instagram, all of that shit. I would bombard all of the servers, probably, in that sense. And prohibit it for anyone under 18. Like, Australia did it. Australia did that the other day. Prohibited social media to anyone under 18 with fines. Then I have to, if Pillow arrives, I will have to tell him Australia copied my idea. Fines for all of the companies that let users over 18, under 18 do them. Nah, I debated alone. Because I had a little bit of free time. Okay. Well. You debated alone like you said it, and you just saw the response. It's like over at a YouTube video. Okay, it's okay. Okay. Well, if you find it interesting doing that social experiment, oh well. Good. And besides the people who just insulted you, clearly showing that they they basically had no response, no rational response to it. Anything of interest from the experiment, or just pure insults without brain dead, like that? You debated like alone because you had a little bit. It's just like that. Don't you worry. I assure you that once you get to the university, you will have rational people to debate with, and you'll remember me that I was right. Just like I was right with the fines for anyone under 18 with social media that Australia copied. That's the thing, people. That's the thing. Greater healing potion. Oh, damn it. I have pretty good mana regeneration here. Super healing potion here. So all the merchants of the city are gone. Skull pile. This is sacred ground of gaming, people. By the way, this is Diablo 2 that we've been playing for 3 days. The thing is that last time I spent all the time in the final monastery, in the final level of the first act. This is sacred ground of gaming. Everyone has to play this game at least once in their lives. Everyone, without exception, because all of the isometric action RPG games that you have ever played, well, they derive from this one. And I would also say the other one that has made a huge impact and influence that I want to learn how to play because I cannot play it yet. I have the game, but I don't know how to play it. Which is Lord of Britannia, the Ultima Online. That one I need to learn how to play it. Oh, social media addiction is crucial. I can't tell you a person in my life who is not scrolling at least 1 to 3 hours daily. Damn it, that is a miserable existence. Yeah, I bet your older people, Patrick, your parents, grandparents, your friends' parents and grandparents, I bet they are not doing that. You mean your classmates and those? Well, yeah, in that case, yes. No, that is a terrible, miserable existence for young people, huh? Especially for young people that have a whole life ahead of them. Doing that shit, that is miserable. I don't, for example. I have never had any social media and never will. If it were for me, they would be eating eating a fucking pile of crap. Oh yes, the older people do it as well, but after work and chores. Oh, and chores. Damn it! It's not my case. It's not my case. In my case, I don't have any social media, and I am relatively young at 30. Like I'm only one generation ahead of you. Younger people instead of work and chores. KW. Yeah, no. I think it is a pile of crap, and I would encourage everyone to not use it, to not use it altogether. If it's not interesting, but if it's full of putrid illiterates, it's full of illiterates. Very few channels are actually respectable, and even so, not that interesting. Like, who cares about celeb? Ah, well, that is a piece of shit. Well, that is a piece of shit. That is a piece of shit. That is a brain meltdown. That is a piece of shit. Like, I think I never knew the actors of any fucking movie that I went to watch. Like, yeah, I watched the movie, I enjoyed it, but I didn't give a shit about the name of the actor. So, if everyone did that, well, you can see that with me, several industries would go to shit in that sense. Investors wouldn't like me. They wouldn't like me. They wouldn't like me, sadly. They wouldn't like me. Investors wouldn't like me. But the population would be living a healthier life. By the way, as I was mentioning, people, I will mention it several times. In Australia, last week, they declared illegal for people under 18 to use internet. So, not internet, social media. Not internet as a whole. It's not that they remove internet from houses. Social media. So, guess if the old school idiot had a good idea that that I was ahead of the whole country. And then other countries will follow. Besides, I always thought that shit of the Oscars and celebrities and etc. is a deep insult against the poor real scientists that spend their whole fucking existences trying to improve society and our quality of life, and they are like unknown. Like people who spend 24 hours locked up reading shit to create remedies, to create medical techniques to save lives, to explore the confines of the universe, to design this fucking mobile phone, or this fucking joystick, the engineers, or a monitor, or etc. While all of that people are unknown, these putrid degenerates who have done nothing for humanity other than doing stupid movies that in the past 20 years they don't provide anything of value, get all of this attention. The same for football stars, for footballers. The same. They get all of this attention, they get all of this money, which is absolutely undeserving of it. It is true that due to the rules of free market, of course, at least the money they deserve it because it's a private initiative and people choose them. That I can respect it. But from having money to then having a fame as if they were important for humanity, no. The part of fame, I would remove it. The money, no, because, well, it's a private initiative and people choose them. It's the free market. But in that sense, the part of the fame is deeply unfair. More than the money in that sense. because it's like rewarding. It's like rewarding stupidity rather than intellect. I was in a delusion. I thought if I stay out of social media, I will stand out so much. I can't joke with my buddies anymore or have a good laugh because a lot of memes and jokes are on social media sites. Okay, Peter. Okay. I'll be honest with you. Over at law school, precisely, over at my Roman Catholic law school, I didn't need to do those things to stay up to date. That's the famous FOMO, the fear of missing out, that they say nowadays. That I also don't believe in that shit. I would of course just remove social media forever for everyone under 18. The huh?
I can't carry anymore.
What do you mean? If it's gold, don't tell me there's a cap on gold.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, there's a cap on gold and I reached it. Oh, I feel so proud. I didn't know this. Then I must have a stash, right? Look at this. The day and night system of Diablo 2, even in the year 2001, is absolutely incredible. Give me the stash. How do I deposit money to my stash? How much like gold would you like to deposit? Deposit all the gold. I just hope I know how to take. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, but I don't have merchants to do it. That must be a hard-coded limit on the money there. District, where are the debates? They are right here, District. We are talking about social media with Patrick. He's mentioned, this is my hello. Yeah, I know, District. I know, District. No, but anyways, this is Diablo 2 District that you asked over at the... that you voted over at the Discord vote. This is sacred ground of gaming. Everyone has to play this one at least once in their lives. With the MedianXl mod, I highly recommend it. It's not remastered. Of course it's not remastered. The original, of course, from 2001. But it's much better than remastered. Did you play the original? I can show you the differences. The other day I showed them to Pekarin, to Antog over at Discord. Look at this. You can see how different it is. This is MedianXl. Nope, you didn't play the original. Back then. That is a sacrilege, District. You have to do so. Same for you, Patrick. You too have to play this game. You cannot tell me that you played Drakensang Online and you didn't play the father of all isometric action RPG games. This one is a modified version of it to have an expanded inventory. It's even better than the remastered one. In that sense. I played only Diablo 3. That is a sacrilege, District. See? That is a huge sacrilege. You have to play this one. I suggest it with this mod because it will make it a bit more similar to the quality of life of Diablo 3. As you can see there. For example, where's the skill tree? Here. The skill tree, as you can see, is not like the original skill tree. I only played Diablo 3 as well. Okay, both of you have a huge... The problem is that Patrick, District is of my generation. He's of my age. You are 17. In your case, it's... or 18. In your case, and if you ask me, and in your case, Patrick is more understandable. Diablo 3 is better than Diablo 4. Yeah, well, yes, of course. That, of course. But none of them is better than the father of all isometric action RPGs, which is this one. You can see here that this is not like the original skill tree. The original skill tree of Diablo 2 was like just this and 3 pages here. Very, very limited. As you can see here, they expanded upon the skill trees, and you can min-max and carry them across difficulties. So it's absolutely amazing. Besides that, look at this. You have all of the detailed hidden stats that you wouldn't be able to see in the original Diablo 2. No, but you cannot tell me that, District. In the case of Patrick, he's one generation newer than us as a human being. He's one generation younger. In our case, you have to play this one. The original version with MedianXl mod makes it, as you can see, makes the interface more like Diablo 3 in that sense. It has the red and dark tones that Diablo 3 has, for example. But this is the sacred ground of video games. This is the isometric action RPG game that started it all. Actually, it was Diablo 1, but this one is the one that incorporated non procedurally generated dungeon level design, like true handcrafted level design in that sense. So yeah, pretty much. Patron, related to the other one, you cannot joke with your buddies anymore if you if you stay out of social media because you will miss on the memes. My reply to that would be, and what would be the problem of that, of not knowing memes? I don't know a fucking meme ever in my life, pretty much at all. I don't care at all. Completely disconnected. Do you know why? And do you know why? Because pretty much, why would I care what other people think is funny if each one of us has his own sense of humor? So the memes over at social media just tell me that if when you don't check social media you feel like left out of your friends circle, and that because you cannot share a common meme with them. Well, I'll tell you this. If the potential... For example, this is like... I have the equivalent. When I was over at high school, when I was in high school, and primary school, I didn't like football, right? This is the same. Just to see that what you are telling me on a different scale, it also happened in my times. A football, right? Everyone here in Argentina, you know, is full of psychopaths who only talk about football 24 hours a day. It's their life. Their life is football for most Argentines. So they breathe football, they drink football, it's all that exists. More than in Europe, Eraser, but football was created in Europe. Yes, more than in fucking Europe. Sadly for me. Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's a tragedy whenever they lose any championship and whatever. They even do fist fights over at the stadiums and those things when someone loses and that shit. Okay. So, as a kid, you know I don't like football. I didn't like football. I don't like football. So, because of that, my father always thought that I would have been, of course, left out of any conversation ever regarding that. But it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case. At the age of 16, I discovered Star Wars: The Republic. And there I could chat all day, just like I do now, with my friends from the US who didn't know about the existence of football. For example, soccer for them. And because of that, I could have social interactions. And even at school, there were some kids who liked video games, who didn't like football. And like that, Patrick, it has to be for you. Everyone at your school or whatever, or social circle, it only talks about memes over at social media. The gaming addicts, I bet they don't. They are generally the more intelligent one, the most intelligent ones out of the group, and I bet they have their personality who do not care about that. Do not care about that. Like that's they usually call as I told you, the fear of missing out. That stupid name that they are using now. The fear of missing out on something, and And of course, we all have to miss on some things. Otherwise, we get intoxicated with information if we don't have time to to do an introspection and think about ourselves rather than sharing things with the population. In that sense, humans need their time for introspection. The problem is that with social media we are being constantly bombarded with information, and most people don't have the capability of doing an introspection to think, to stop a bit and think if it is actually controlling their lives, which it is. If it's actually controlling their lives. I don't let it control my life in that sense. Social media, you could say that, well, this that I do here over at Twitch is the most similar that I have because I talk with you, my social interaction, but I don't care if a million people go left and I want to go right. What is the correct thing to do? Of course to go right. Of course to go right. They are watching all of the memes. And if I'm enjoying my game more on my own, for example, I told you I like playing World of Warcraft solo in my server. And what would be the problem with that? Then I can also enjoy playing Star Wars: New Republic with the rest of my friends. Yes, online, and but it doesn't stop me from dedicating time to myself. People have stopped dedicating time to themselves. I think for a people pleaser personality, what do you mean? It is quite hard to stop caring about memes and keeping up because he or she wants to make people laugh. Oh, but then he is living for others rather than himself. He's living thinking about others rather than himself. And that is absolutely unhealthy. That's absolutely unhealthy. You have to live you have to do things on your own benefit, thinking about yourself, not thinking about making others laugh. You're not anyone's pet or clown. Oh no. Why? People's pleaser personality, like they want to please other people to kind of like be part of a fucking pack of wolves. You are telling me. Okay, but we are not fucking animals. We are not fucking even though some behave like such. We are not fucking animals. We are not fucking animals. They have to learn to live, to police themselves first, rather than others, rather than the group. Fuck the group. I did that. I of course did that, and I was never judged as a consequence of it. Of course I wouldn't let anyone judge me as a consequence of it because of that. As I tell you. Of course you need the environment that I tell you always. As I'm telling you. A Catholic school will ensure that happens. Hey, the fact that I cannot buy potions is absolutely miserable. What an interesting twist that they added here. I know. Well, let's use the other entrance, shall we? Because it leaves us closer to the. I should open a portal when I see that the dungeon gets a bit tough. This is sacred ground of gaming, people. See that it looks like Diablo 2's graphical style always reminded me of Age of Empires 2 in that sense. And it is hard in high school when you see the the candy addicts and the party people getting all the attention, friends, etc. And it is hard to validate yourself without anyone at your back. Potentially. Oh, I did that. I did exactly that. Validation? No, that's not something that you will get from a group. No. Validation? Why seek their validation? Why do you give so much entity, so much importance to something that doesn't have it? If you know they are ignorant, why do you give them such importance to having friends who will not be a meaningful relationship in your life? No. I wouldn't get close to anyone who... That is relevant. Calls forth the undead. This will be interesting without potions. Okay. I love this touch that they added here of actually adding the boss there. Yeah, you know my position. I know a bit of philosophy, and let me tell you, I'm quite the only one. uh, no worries, Patrick. It is normal. It is normal at your age that no one knows shit about philosophy and everything. And well, at my age as well, and all ages as well. So about that, you will have to actually get used to it. But yeah, yeah. Your position. What I can tell you, why do you give them importance? Why do you seek the validation of ignorant people? Why do you seek the validation of ignorant people if they aren't worth it? If you told me, hang on, just so you see that I'm not just an antisocial sociopath. If you told me, okay, I have one friend who has always been with me and accepted me for who I am, played games with me, has been with me, and etc., and shows signs of being properly educated and etc., I would tell you, well, yeah, he's a good person, value him, value his friendship, the friendship that you have with him, and hey, I'm thinking something, and be and make sure that you preserve that valuable friendship. But if you're telling me that we're talking about the candy addicts, people who go partying all day, people who really have don't have even the most basic education at home and won't provide you any relationship of value in the future, and etc. Well, why do you give a flying fuck about their miserable existences? Sorry, I have to say it like that, people. If you are a psycho, I give up. I start reading Nietzsche. KW. No, of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. Of course I'm not. In that sense. Of course I'm not. In fact, I am the one who... I am the most reasonable one. In that sense. Like, here we go, we can... Is there an organized button? No, that's the only thing that they didn't include here. They should have included that. A button to organize them. No, you have to do it manually here. I think there is for the stash. To organize the items. But not here. Here we go. There we go, so we don't have to bother. We don't have any problem with that. No, 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 Patrick. If you know it's people that won't provide you anything, it's not being antisocial. It's not being an antisocial psycho. All of these. Why? Because, as I told you, if you tell me that it's a friend who spends time with you for who you are, who values you for who you are, and etc. But if you're telling me that the only thing they value is the candy and all of the shit that you have been telling me, what kind of value will the person provide to you? Nothing. Hey, damn it, those living husks are quite difficult to kill. Here we go. Pillow, foe, do it, Kawa. Joking. No, Pillow. I have news. I have news. How are you? How have you been? Rich Schopenhauer. Oof, another putrid illiterate. Uh, indeed, another putrid illiterate. An hedonist. That one, that Danish one, I think he was Danish. That one was an hedonist, like no other. Actually, Marx. I heard a quote from a Hungarian rapper who is a semi-philosopher. The rapper is a philosopher. Albert Camus too. It's hard to think of yourself as a king when your classmate at school has the girlfriend of your dreams. By the way, he's on your side in this debate, and he said such illiteracy. Game is based. How have you been, Pillow? It's been a while. How have you been in your life? Before we proceed to any R fighting and etc. Before we proceed to that, how have you been? Could you solve the? You had a case with the. He said it in a high schooler perspective. Yeah, no, I assure you, I was over at a high school and I didn't give a shit. I thought all of the girls around me were illiterate as well compared to me, and pretty much that I knew they wouldn't provide any relationship of value. I can assure you. Bruh, how have you been, Philo? With the case, you had a case of the of protecting the not the Ponzi scheme. It was another one. It was another one. You had a case of helping the what was it the girls. Yeah, we all know you are the most big male of the century, dude. But just how the saying goes, no, I wouldn't care about being that shit. In the remote case, you are saying it unironically. No, and I don't care about that. I just care about being me, which is more important than being that concept of male of the century. Fortunately, I had two good parents who educated me enough as to not care about that shit. You Who picky doesn't get horn? Oh, I'm very picky. I'm very picky. I'm very, very picky indeed. I'm very, very picky. Very, very picky. I can't imagine when you saw 1010 girl in somebody's lamp and you weren't envious. First of all, if someone did that over at my Catholic high school, the vice principal would tell the girl to get off of him, and she would have grabbed the guy and brought him to. She would lock up the guy over at the library of the school with doing extra homework because of hormones. That's why you don't. No, no, Pillow. We are not animals. Indeed, we are not animals to go around fucking like beasts. Indeed, we are not animals to go around doing that. Indeed, I can assure you that over at my high school, if anyone did that, the vice principal would tell the girl to get off, to remove all the makeup. It was prohibited in my high school, for girls to use makeup, and the skirt had to be below the knee. Indeed, animals don't organize orgies. Okay. In my high school, it wasn't like that. I lived a pretty different life, fortunately for me, thanks to my Roman ancestors and Italian culture. Proud of it, to not be a prey of my own instincts, and instead be the owner of my fate, of course, and not be like a leaf floating on a river taken by society. Do not be a lamb of society and my instincts. Personal question. What was your daily routine like in high school? How much did you read? Yes, you were not praying, and you we are all very proud. Indeed, it is inappropriate for children under 18 to do those activities, Pillow. Indeed, it is inappropriate. It is absolutely inappropriate, and I would apply fines to the parents who would allow that. Indeed, indeed. By the way, before I proceed to your question, there are only two wolves inside of me. The non-sexual one. By the way, Pillow. By the way, Pillow. By the way. Since we are getting into the art fighting, now I get to your question, Patrick. By the way, Pillow. Not today. Last week, the Australian government. I was telling to Patrick here. And the rapper without the. And one wants to fuck. No, Pillow. Wait. You have to. One wants to art fight with you. No. Pillow. The Russian part, I will ask you to please, instead of Russians in general, say Putin supporters, if you can. Could we do it with Putin supporters, like that? Because if there's any viewer who is Russian, he could actually and does not support Putin and is a victim of all of that shit, you will get quite bad. But yeah, and you know how much I support the US. But yeah, that one, Putin supporters, like that. If Putin's regime would fall, and rapper without the AP, no, what is a rapper without the AP? US has abandoned me. I really like the candy seller rainbow people Putin's supporter. Indeed, exactly like that, Patriot. See? Like that. It's like that. Like that. Candy selling Putin supporters and rainbow people. Like that. Pillow. Australia. Last week. We are no longer friends. Okay. We are no longer friends with the US. Okay, you are no longer friends with the US. Okay. Australia. Just so you see, Just so you see if here poor eraser here. Long-nosed boys are not in favor of the long-nosed boys. Australia prohibited social media to anyone under 18 with fines, instant fines, to all of the companies who have users registered with that. They now just need to add the ID of the children to effectively fight against false accounts, and they will be able to apply fines to the companies. An idea that here I sell exactly like that I would prohibit social media to anyone under 18. So a whole country, I was ahead of a whole country. Don't be surprised. XD good, never coming to Poland. Well, but it's just so you see that you, for example, remember when we talked about the tattoo stores and you said about myself, about me bombing the tattoo stores and and the tattoo seller being evil personified, and you said, yeah, I will go now, bro, I'll go now. This is a great comedy show and etc. But Agent Orban's son shall never let this happen. Why would you use social media after 18? I also don't use 1444 444 is a cryptic message. Why are you so mean? It's not being mean. It's not being mean. What if there's a tattoo artist in here? Well, Crowbar has tattoos on his arm, for example. I say it even knowing that, and he's my main subscriber. See, if I'm honest, because I'm not a populist. Because I'm not a populist in that sense. Because I'm not a populist in that sense. In that sense. In that sense. I'm not a populist. For example, Phantom, I think, also had tattoos. A lot of viewers over at YouTube, I bet, have tattoos. And some of them, look at this. My best friend over at Star Wars Your Republic likes doing exercise. Do you know what does it mean to goon? It has to be. I think I saw it written lately in the chat of Star Wars Your Republic as if people were like old school or something like that. I think the meaning was something like that shit, like locked up at home, not without social interactions. I think it's yet another stupidity of society. If it is that, it's another stupidity of society by ignorant people who don't have a fucking brain to marginalize those who do have a brain without a doubt. Gunner alert. Master. Oh, okay. It's just another stupid way of saying fapping and all of those things. Okay. Yeah. The typical. Yeah. Master Divet. Master Diveter. Masturbating. Okay. Yeah. Another pitiful tactic of the Democrats to denigrate the human condition and etc. Okay. Perfect. Good. You provided me a good amount of knowledge because I saw that putrid word being thrown around. You know that if it were for me, every time, yeah, the Jews created. What the fuck, Pillow? How did you know? What the fuck, Pillow? What are you saying? No. What the fuck? What are you saying? What are you saying, Pillow? Pillow, what the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? The truth. A gunner is like a person whose life is about matter. Oh, okay. It has a component. Okay. Now I see it. So it has a component of also pointing at this modern phenomenon of OnlyFans with those things. Okay. Okay, I get it now, Patrick. Okay. Well, emotes there. Okay. My humble opinion for both of you. The Jews are the reason why I'm having a stomach ache. Okay, no, my humble opinion for both of you. If it were for me, everyone who distorts language and tries to invent stupid memes and etc. quickly 67, well, whatever. Quickly, anyone who tries to distort language, telling young people to not speak properly with proper English pronunciation and good usage of grammar and vocabulary, 10 years of community service, fine of 200,000 euros or dollars, and to his parents the same equivalent, to all of the to his parents as well, if the idiot promoting stupid usage of language is under 18, to the parents as well. So hey, I found the treasure goblin. So let's see if after that who still has the intention to insult the greatest creation of humanity, which is language. Pretty much. As an English teacher, that is disgusting. We need to exorcist the same sure thing, senpai. What are we doing today? So I would apply fines to them and community service. Community service I would create one criminal figure called juvenile delinquency. Juvenile delinquency in general. It includes that as well. D&D is still going on. Okay, how's the D&D? The D&D. I know, but wait, I didn't answer Patrick's previous question. Hang on, Pillow, because we, with all of your crazy ideas with Goon and all of those things, I heard a quote from a Hungarian rapper who is a semi-philosopher. No, it was that one. In high school, when you see yeah, you know my position. You're a bit of a I heard a quote from a Hungarian rapper who is a semi-philosopher. It's hard to think of yourself as a king when your classmate at school has a girlfriend of your dreams. By the way, he is on your side in this debate. Okay, so supposedly, the Hungarian rapper says that. But well, when the Hungarian rapper says that, even if you tell me that supposedly he's on my side of the debate, Patrick, the second he says that, he's telling me that his parents didn't love him and he had a terrible education. Poor guy, I pity him. Terrible education. If your happiness in life is going to go through how much sex you have with said girl over at high school, he had terrible parents who didn't teach him to have his own personality and value and love himself first, in that sense. So the rapper philosopher does not, just like you told me with your friend the other day, may not have had a good education at home, and he's psychologically reflecting the shit that his parents put inside of him when he was a kid. In that sense, we all reflect what our parents put inside of us as kids at the end of the day. That's why education rules the nation. And if he tells you that how can the person feel a king without a fucking girlfriend, I would tell him that his parents were shit. I'm sorry, directly, and put inside of him shit ideals because they didn't teach him to love himself first. When you don't love yourself, you cannot love another soul because your soul belongs and deserves one other specific soul, which is not that idea of just feeling bad because of any other girl and etc. and all of that shit of having sex all over the place. So first he would need to love himself. Second, his parents should be fined for being terrible parents, and he's reflecting what his parents left inside of him as a kid, which is shit. In this case, it's shit. Bio, did some we escaped to the country. Okay, the D&D now. Now that I replied to that, the D&D is still going on. We have escaped to the country of Corburia. We smashed Adam. We smashed Adam Smasher with a silver dragon, and the Crusader was. No, Pillow. No. Now I see why you brought up the topic. Now I see why you brought up the topic of that invented verb, which the English dictionary definitely doesn't have. Uh, he was doing that to vampires. Okay, bio. Did someone say something? I live for it. Also, chili and wine when. I do not drink alcohol, Pillow, as well. I don't know if I ever told you. I do not drink alcohol. Any type. I don't know the taste of alcohol. Yes, I could be declared saint already by yourself. She was doing it to the vampires. Well, yes, it's what you just told me. It's what you just told me. Exactly. It's what you just told me. Yes, I just read it. Nage is gonna nag. She, not he. She was doing it. It's a she. Okay. Okay, she was doing it to the vampires. I don't believe in pronouns. What? Okay, yeah, the Crusader. You said the Crusader. The Crusader was doing it to the vampires. She. Ah, what? Ah, that's another. Ah, now we have for both sexes. Sorry. Forgive my ignorance. Forgive my ignorance. I don't know. She was sticking a sword. inside of her to the vampires. I don't know. I don't know, people. Sorry, forgive my ignorance. You know that I was born 1,000 years ago. I didn't know that that was possible. Okay, okay, okay,
I
okay,
can't carry anymore.
okay, 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 okay. Nice campaign you're having, Pillow. Quite. I would consider it unhealthy for my brain. No, she purposely got drained. Okay, but okay. I will try to enter in the logic world of this twisted idea. Patrick, just so you have the context, we are talking about Pillow's Dungeons and Dragons campaign, which, as you can see, for some reason, he said the last time that it was because it was part of life, I think, important one for his D&D group. Don't ask me why. They include all alignments, like a sexual tendency to all alignments. You know that in Dungeons and Dragons you can be good or evil or neutral, basically, the alignments, and they tie them to you. Well, they tie them to the to sexual preferences, and apparently he's telling me his Dungeons and Dragons campaign. But if you said that, if you both said, let me get into this twisted logic that I would just bombard everyone on the planet. You know that I'm the worst. Ignore me. How can she go, bro? Nobody's forcing you to have sex. No, but you are no, but wait, or engaging into anything. No, but wait, no. But culturally, it's not a legal thing to be. No. That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is that there's a cultural attitude from the head of the state ever since the Obama administration to expose people to sex at inappropriate ages, giving it a central place in society which it didn't have in the 90s, in the 80s, in the 70s. In all of those years, there was a natural and sane relationship with it. Nowadays, there's an insane relationship with it because it is the equivalent of happiness for a lot of the population in a brutally ignorant spiral. Trump is broken. I do not care. I do not care what anyone does but myself. You see the difference? Same relationship with society. I am not a lamb. Even if Trump did, which, even if he says it publicly, maybe for votes or whatever, we all know that a lot of people don't say it and they are very against it. The same with illegal immigration, a lot of things. They just don't say it. The thing is that I am brave and I do say them openly. Yeah, but you know, Wolf, you're a badge. No, I'm no animal. I'm a human being. And the thing with it is that you, for example, you told me the other day, it's a part of life. I agree with you. It is a part of life, important, but not the only one as it is being considered nowadays. That is, it's being given a spotlight. It's being given a spotlight which destroys the innocence of children. And it is severe doing that. It is unhealthy. Why? Because the ones in power are twisted and evil. Absolutely evil. Like the tattoo shops. Okay, monkey just ever heard of fun? No, don't call me that, Pillow, because I am probably I have another news. The innocence of Wolf means a cold, smart, cool guy. Monkey means monkey. Hang on, Pillow. When you say Wolf means that, really? That's a new low for you. Oh, the only low here is telling children that they should think about sex before 18 years. Sorry, and I would say before 20 or 25 potentially. So the psychological relationship with it is absolutely sane. Not like nowadays. I didn't tell a minor about oral. Did you? Never. Never. No, but in your Dungeons and Dragons campaign, You tell me, for example, you told me you like tie all of the alignments of the game to horny paladins, and that there's like an impossibility to conceive life without a constant reference to it. That's the thing. That's the unhealthy relationship. When we have masses of population constantly thinking about that, constantly thinking about having sex, being addicted to it, instead of their personal development in life, achieving wisdom, and etc., like it was in the early 2000s, like it was in the 90s, like it was in the 80s, in the 70s, in the 60s, every moment in history up until Obama appeared to corrupt society, there was the same relationship with the concept, in which we have 5 consenting adult and nobody. Have a great now. See you tomorrow. Thank you for the stream. Patrick, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Hope the debates were enjoyable. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about all of the things that you tell me about everything. And I am deeply, deeply happy for you. The other thing that I was going to comment to Pillow, that you told me that you have the possibility to go to a Roman Catholic college. In that sense, you'll see that there you will find people. There you will find people who will be your friends, will spend time with you, and will judge you for what you are, and not of the horrors that you tell me of the gorilla story the other day, or the candy seller, or the one with the girlfriend, and all of those things. There you will find the discipline that you deserve for a peaceful environment to develop as a human being. Have a great night. Allah Hayum. Salam. Shalom. Shalom. We were all alive before Obama base. Yeah, totally. Go for it. How much did you read when... true, I didn't answer your question. True. How much did I read when I was 17 and started philosophy? I'll watch the VOD for replay. Good night. Okay. Perfect. So when I was 17, I was in high school. I'll leave it recorded if you watch the VOD that you tell me. I basically couldn't play a single video game all day. I had to learn discipline, and I had exams every day over at my Catholic high school. With discipline, nobody did the candy selling. Nobody did the candy selling. Now I get to you, Pillow, don't worry. Nobody did the candy selling. The person would fucking be not scolded by the parents, but locked up over at the library of my high school. If a girl carried a skirt above the knee, would also suffer the same fate. The same if she had makeup. And I agree with all of this. School is not for going to go look for a girlfriend. In that sense, no makeup, no skirts over the knee, discipline, and being properly educated. Regardless if you believed in God or not, everyone over at my high school knew that I didn't believe in God publicly, and they respected it more than atheist schools. More than atheist schools. The most respectful I've had. That's why I have a lot of respect for it. I could openly say it, and I was respected and accepted for who I was. So I read every day. I had exams every day. I had exams every day. I read pretty much every day. I had to do homework every day. Maybe one day of the week I didn't have to. Pretty similar to university. And it was also that a beneficial trait. Now I read it below. I'm telling him more or less my high school experience. I pretty much had the extra benefit of not being so much difference between my high school and my university because of that. Because I was used to that pacing. You will probably have to do an adaptation period because over at my high school, I had to read and do homework every day. On top of that, I had English classes at home when I came back, with the homework of English classes. So yes, pretty much, with all of that, yes, I had to read every day, except maybe 1 or 2 days of the week. I had summer holidays and then winter holidays. Now I get to you, Pillow. Sorry. Pretty much like that. Bye bye, Patrick. Have a great, great night. Always, I'm deeply, deeply proud that you ended up going to a Christian schools. Totally cool. And what does he put there? A boring face, a red face. Gonna let you guts get down. Outside, I don't know what you mean. School is where you learn to be a working, functional member of society. If by grade 5 you can't tell a fuck off, then you fail. No, but my school was like that, Pillow. My school was like that, like I described. I went to a Roman Catholic high school, as I was. I am deeply proud that Patrick chose. See that? See if I am not good at, 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 at precisely at with my life experiences, because then we talk. But here, Patrick chose a Roman Catholic high school after listening to me. See if high school, university, because he wanted discipline, precisely. See if I don't do a service to society with my streams. See if I don't do a service to society with my streams. So yeah, pretty much there, Patrick. If you're watching as a bot, you will find people who will value you for who you are, and you will have discipline. In my school, as I was telling, in my high school, if you behave like a pig, like you told me, Patrick, like selling candy, first of all, they wouldn't even think about doing that. The person would end up locked up over at the library with the vice principal. My vice principal was an example of dignity in this world. She should be declared the vice principal of all of schools in the world. Damn it. This boss is quite tough. Lol, yes, he would be, the person would be locked up over at a library. I went to a Catholic school too. Pillow. And? Now tell me your experience. Mine was perfect. And? And? How did you end up like this? No, that was a joke. Why is it that you are not absolutely in favor of some of the ideals? Then you have the school patron was Thomas Aquinas. Oh, same here. Nice. Same here for my university. Instead, same here for my university. So you didn't like it. You thought it was shit, basically. After the second year, I threw away all faith in the school system and in Jesus. Well, for me, it was the opposite. I was and I still am atheist, and I felt respected. Because all the kids smoke in the prime. No. In my high school, it wasn't like that. No. No, it wasn't like that. No, there was one day, and one day some. No. You are telling me that for real? Damn. I feel sad. In my high school, only one time the principal found, so I threw Handa. Handa? I don't know what's Handa. Okay. And he fell to the ground. Okay. I don't know what Handa is. You have to tell me what Handa is. Sorry that I use that I handle language of the previous century. But then his buddies beat me up and threw me in a stall. Hang on, all of this is real or is it a joke? Is it a joke or is it real, Pillow? I hardly believe that in a European Roman Catholic high school you suffered all of that. Okay. I feel sad for that. I went to a Catholic high school. Okay. It's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. Because my experience was the opposite. Over at my high school, there was only one day in which the principal found some guys smoking outside of the high school. Outside of the high school. Outside of the high school. And he immediately grabbed them in, notified the parents, and of course, no fucking fighting inside of the school. And the next day, when I went to take a piss, the guy didn't look me in the eyes. The day after that, I met my best friend. So he became your best friend, the guy who you fought with then, like that. One month later, me and him took down his bodies and we both kicked the bodies into the and then we went to a McDonald's. I approve the part of both of you becoming friends and going to a McDonald's. 100%. Not the part of fighting. And we both did a salute in said McDonald's. I still talk to him. Okay. So you didn't like the experience of the high school, I presume still. Okay. 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 Assuming that all of this is true, I loved it. Eraser, have you ever been wrong in a debate? Well, if you ask Pillow here, I am wrong 100% of the time. Or 99%, I guess. In that sense, I bet not. I would say, well, I debated a lot over at the university with communists that were much worse than Pillow here. I bet not. His own opinion. They were much worse than Pillow here. With the communists. And with the arguments you see that I use here sometimes, I technically was declared winner of all debates. So, by most of the people who were observing. So, pretty much, no. Well, did you just call me a commie? No, I said that I debated commies over at the university, and they were much worse than you, who are a liberal. Pretty much. Close call. Oh. That they were like full-on communists. No. They were like not only pro-Russia, pro... here in Argentina, I told you that the Soviet Union installed Cuba as an extension of the regime, and basically it was the same. So they were like that, pro-Cuba, pro-Maduro, and that shit, pro-Venezuela, and those Caribbean dictators. Below, I don't think anyone would fucking think that you are coming with all of the insane amount of times you fucking say that you would be tied to a missile and launched into Moscow. I don't think anyone would call you that. Yes, I can tell you that for a normal standard of the 90s, you are very liberal in comparison. Instead, I can tell you that. I would call you like extreme liberal, just like you would probably call me, I don't know, a brutal, a tyrant monarch, or whatever it could be. But yeah, pretty much. I don't understand the. Oh, Flying Energies, how are you doing? How have you been, Flying Energies? It's been so much since I've seen you. How have you been? Did you play? Which one was it? The new one. The new one. The one about the space. The one about the space that was in development for 10 years. That you said you were going to that you said you were going to play, the one that was the X-Files of the gaming industry, pretty much, like 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 like. That was 2 months ago. Canva, Star City. Yes, but I have a photographic memory, Flying Energies. I have photographic memory. Or I think the question was better like, have you ever lost a debate? I don't feel it like that, District. No, I don't think so. No. Well, for Pillow, he was going to tell you that every time he pops into the stream, it's like that. But no, no. I would say that my arguments were always the most solid to any neutral observer. Let's say that would be the concept of winning. Actually, no one wins with that. What we actually win when out of two mental perceptions we can achieve the most accurate to describe objective reality. That is the thing, thumbs up. I think the problem is that relativism impedes us to think like this. It makes us think in those terms of win and lose. And no, it's not the point. The point is to create a synthesis of both mental perceptions to choose the one that is the most accurate regardless of majority. That is the difference. In the case of relativism, it would be just that. So Star Citizen, yes, that one. Did you play it? In the end, it was like quite good. In my case, well, I finished with Drakensang, Flying Energies. I finished with Drakensang. I could beat Mortis. I could be more. Yeah, a few streams. And how was it? How was it? How was it? By the way, Pillow, for you, Flying Energies here. Flying Energies here is another great streamer. He helped me a lot. Pillow, in case you want to check him out, and anyone else watching. I sadly, I can't rate him because of my stupid time zone difference, because I'm in the fucking Americas and he's in Europe. He is in Germany. He's in Germany. So, Pelo, if you don't ever tolerate my monarchist tyranny, then we can get into the debate if how much a monarchy is more democratic than a democracy itself. If you are interested, people. But if you don't ever tolerate me, Flying Energies does not do the crazy and silly debate stuff that I do on stream that is hated by every single liberal. So he's a great person, and there you'll find that he's not a monarchist like me. He'll be normal in that sense. Yeah, first stream, good looking game, but not that much content, sadly. Okay, so they finally swindled the whole fucking player base. They finally swindled the whole fucking player base, like I predicted. That's all of my predictions are becoming are turning out to be real, people. Okay, so it didn't have a lot of content. Okay, so there are alternatives, if you'd like space simulators. I love at break 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, no worries, I wait. I hold it. Here, I'll tell them. Mm. You know that happened to me, people? Diablo with... Damn it, anyways, I'm getting killed by this shit. Please tell me I didn't open a portal, of course. Anyways, I'm getting killed all the time. That happened to me during the... But is Twitch doing their... These ads are annoying, but is Twitch... No, District, you know what problem I have? Back. You know what problem I have, District? I'm trying to regulate it, but it's not obeying me. It's not obeying me. I'm trying to regulate it to space them a bit, but it's not fucking obeying me. It's not fucking obeying me because they see that I debate a lot. I suspect they see I debate a lot, and they, like, the second they see that it's activated since that day, I reach affiliate, they fucking say, this guy talks a lot, and there's a lot of debate, and they fucking force them regardless of what I do, believe it or not. They fucking force them. So, regarding Star Citizen, you have lots of options if you like space simulators, Flying Energies, eh? You have lots of options. Lots. Much better. For example, Starlink Battle for Atlas you can do. It's relatively modern. And if you want to go a bit more old school, well, this was... for example, Freelancer, a good one. Darkstar 1. Damn shit, I need to move these mobs from the boss. It's way too brutal. So you have all of those. You also have the X series. I was going, for example, to pick one, which is a Starpoint Gemini 2. You can do Starpoint Gemini 2 if you like space simulation. So, well, sad that Star Citizen ended up being like that, in that sense. It ended up being like that. Oh well, you see, in the end, people... Some of my predictions are becoming truth. Social media was banned in Australia for anyone under 18. Like I said I would. In that sense, that prediction turned true. And this one as well. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the thing is, what I mentioned the other day when I was playing Titan Quest, they already had all the money, already done. Chris Roberts, the creator of Wing Commander, that did that. They already had it. Why would they put effort if they were pretty much already... They already had the money. Pretty much. Hey, this is amazing, eh? In Diablo 2, see that even in 2001, see how they play with the lights. It is difficult for me to establish a range here to to avoid the enemy's attacks. It is difficult for me because of the lights, because I can barely see over there. This is what I mean when I say the influence of the graphics quality on the level design. In that sense. See how difficult it is to spot the enemies. Damn it, that's a lot of damage. Ah, damn it, I need to boost my damage. Ah, almost there. Almost there. It's brutal on Nightmare. Besides, I think I'm using outdated gear, but I'm almost there. So yeah, sad to hear that. About Star Citizen, but yeah. I'm not a fan of space games, but Star Citizen looks interesting because it's new and the graphics got me. I love good looking games. Okay, and have you tried instead? Okay, so you don't like the old school graphics as I like them. Okay. Okay, so how about mixing them with shooters, Flying Energies? For example, The Outer Worlds. Have you tried The Outer Worlds? It's relatively modern. The Outer Worlds 1 and 2. And which was the other one by Microsoft? The the Starfield, Starfield and Starfield and the Outer Worlds 1 and 2 would work if you don't like the space simulation part of it that much. It's a difficult genre to get into, huh? I agree with you. In my case, I always liked it, in that sense. But I agree, it's not for. It's like RTS, like you told me. What was it the other day that you told me that precisely the full tap targeting combat in MMORPGs was horrible, and I loved it. Well, the same could be said for space simulation games. They are not for everyone, but but pretty much, if there are some examples that mix them with shooting, making it more digestible in that sense for what you are saying. Try Starfield and the Outer Worlds. You found your game. If you heard about Ashes of Creation, no, I haven't heard about it. How's the combat? Is it like is it like a full tap targeting, or is it like action based? Because more modern MMORPGs are more action based, following Skyrim with a crosshair in the center. They are actually copying another MMORPG called Terra from 2012, The Exiled Realm of Arborea by Ubisoft. That one is the precursor. Hybrid combat. Okay, it's with the crosshair. May I see it for a sec? You can go action and tap targeting. Okay, let me check it out for a sec. And you are streaming that one. Okay. And you found that one to play. Ashes of Creation. So you are showcasing for everyone. Ashes of. Let me see. No, sorry. We Intrepid Studio are the developers. Okay. Let me see the combat. Let me see. Let me see the combat. How the combat works. Because you know that I'm a fan of complete tap targeting World of Warcraft style. In that sense, I the opposite. But you said that it had. Let me see the gameplay of the combat. Let me see, because MMORPGs are like, combat is amazing for a tap targeting. It is tap targeting. Let me see. It has a siege here. It's in alpha. Could it be? Everything is like alpha. Or is it in 1.0? Let me see. Yes, alpha 2 phase 3. Okay. Let me see. I think Steam launches in 2 days with the early access. Okay, so I think I see some kind of popular modern game. Then the beta is next year or 2027. Let me see, because in my case, I generally don't like modern games. I would play Star Wars New Republic till the end of days, but I want to see how different the combat. Wait, I send you a video. Can you? No, wait, you won't be able in chat if I don't make you beep. Slash beep and the username. Hang on. Send me a video of you playing it, Flying Energies. So hang on, huh? There we go. I added you as a VIP. You can now link stuff. Send me the video of you playing it. I sent you a dev video from a few years ago. No. Post it here on the chat. I have Discord closed as I stream. PvE content. No. Send me from you playing it, so everyone can see how you play it. Okay. Wait, I send them. Send me your video of you playing it, so anyone who watches the bot can check out how you do how you are playing it. A combat, the combat, 100%, the combat. That I'm also interested. Much better than watching. I see here are all shitty. There's your video. This is level 1. Okay, let me put it. Okay, perfect. At the start of the game. Okay, there you will have it for anyone watching it as a VOD. There you can see the gameplay that we are going to discuss. Let me put it because I'm deeply curious how and much better you than all of these stupid famous YouTubers that spend the whole day saying shit. That spend the whole day saying shit and stupidity. Okay, here we go. Let me switch to my normal camera. Hang on, people. Huh? I know that you cannot see it. Level 1 at the start of the game. Okay. You play the cleric healer. Okay. Hang on, hang on. This one, oh damn it, where's this one? There we go. There. So you only see the mute my video. It's auto muted. There, okay. It's full of copyright. It's full of copyright. Okay. It's full of copyright. Yeah. Damn flying energies. You use all of the, all of the, all of. I don't like my voice. No, why? No, don't say that. How can you not like? You have to love your voice. You have to love your voice. Flying energies. You have to love your voice. There is flying energies over there, people. Here's me and there's him. Let me see the combat. There you can also see his chat and his thing. Okay. Well, see. This influence, that's action combat now. Okay. Okay, so here we can see the influence of the game that I was mentioning, the Exiled Realm of Arborea. The Exiled Realm of Arborea. So there you say that the early access, you're gonna see a title there. The early access is in 11 days. Okay, so basically, this is the Exiled Realm of Arborea. Here I will not, if you're showing something of importance here, I will skip it just in case. Later I switched to tab targeting, that's action combat. Okay, so it has both options. This is Terra, this is the Exile Realm of Arborea 100% people that he's playing right here. This is 100% the inherited influence of a game called The Exiled Realm of Arborea, which is the MMO that started this tendency. The interface looks smooth, it looks amazing. This health bar that you can see up here is the Exile Realm of Arborea, 100% is the same. And there you can see the tab targeting would be you then switch to full tab targeting. It also reminds me of Black Desert, the style of the graphics. So there you are playing. It's still the early access of the game. It's a beta. No, beta no. It's an alpha still. Alpha 2 phase 3. Okay. Okay, so you are there. Alpha, yes, phase 3. Okay. I don't know why the voice there, the ring sound activated every time somebody chats. But yeah, pretty much. Don't ask me why, people. There's the inventory, the attributes. Yeah. Why? And there you are doing tab targeting. That second thing there is the target there. You know that I don't target with tab, right? Flying Magic. I target with E actually in Star Wars: The Republic, and I would be considered like one of the best PvPers. With the crosshair action, okay. And this here, what is it then? This second bar that appears. That one is a tab targeting, has to be. As you select things Or is just what you point at with the crosshair? This bar that is popping on and off. Has good graphics, yes. Has good graphics. 100%. Reminds me of Black Desert in terms of graphics. When I target the enemy, yes, with the crosshair. Okay. And there it appears. Okay. No, flying energy is bad. Why do you say that you don't like your voice? You have to love your voice. You have to love it. You have to love it. See, it's as if I said that I don't like about me. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what defect could I think about the. I do not like about me that I have a small mouth. Well, it's what we were given by nature. What are you gonna do? It has a rotational system according to what I see because you're having some cooldowns there. You try to find when I started playing with a ranger duo. There I switched to tab. Okay, try to find when I. Let me see here. Anyways, it's muted. I could with a ranger duo, so there needs to be another one in the party here. Okay, this one has to be. This one would be with the top targeting. Let's see. Yes, there. Okay. David, my internet. Shit, what happened? It's way too much. And you are using macros rather than clicking. I'm a clicker. There you are. The other one is that hands there. Okay. No. There, so you don't. So I don't show your conversations with your with your guys. Yeah. Okay, so there he's acting like a tank, and you are healing him. Now I heal that ranger a lot. Okay, so he's acting like a tank, so it has defined roles. Well, not defined maybe, but a bit. Damn it, you use all of the copyright music on stream. Be careful with that not to get banned. Doll clean there, you're looting. Okay, and you just use 1, 2, 3, and 4 as the key bindings. Okay. Damn it, it exploded! Reload the player, come on. We were here. We were. Oh, let me see here. Oh, there we go. Interesting, eh? Not bad. Not bad. Ashes of Creation Alpha, there you are showing it. Okay. The game the game has also seasons. The weather is changing. Okay. Okay, they incorporated that from Zelda Breath of the Wild, and well, also GTA 3 did it back in the day. But okay. So you are at level 6, I see, down there over at the experience bar, and you are like you have four abilities so far. Uh-huh. Yes, okay. And there you do the top targeting. Okay, and you're just healing him here. You're so it has roles as well. Okay. Okay. Yeah, have full target on ranger. Okay. 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 But it's still top targeting, it's just healing. You're just healing him. Okay. So it has both systems. There I can see that he's selected with this thing. Probably indicates that he's being selected. Good. Good. Not bad. Good pick. Good pick. It looks solid. As game reviewer that I spend all my fucking day reviewing games, it does look solid. Content-wise, content-wise, how is it for you? In my case, I like more classic MMORPGs, but looks solid, eh? Looks absolutely solid. A lot of content. Okay, 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 okay. Perfect. To anyone watching this as a YouTube video, then, and grindy as hell. Perfect. To anyone watching this as a YouTube video, then, over at YouTube, follow and sub to Flying Energies, that he is a great person and helped me a lot. And not only that, he finally chose his next game after Drakensang Online, after being a pro for years at Drakensang Online. So anyone watching this as a YouTube bot as well, check him out, because he's playing this new game. For all of you who like modern games, contrary to me, you have me for very old and crazy games. But if you like something modern, here you have a. The game looks solid, eh? Flying Energies. It does look quite solid. Good pick. Good pick. It'll give you a lot of time. Is it free to play? It's an old school MMORPG in the modern world. Indeed. It kinda come. Thanks for a shadow. No, Flying Energies. I should be the one thankful to you for ever thinking of my crazy existence, as I am debating all day, unpopular saying unpopular things. Flying Energies, I have to be thankful, because I know that nowadays in the modern landscape of Twitch, most people, the second I said something against Obama or the things that I debate on stream, people would think that I am like poison, probably. So brave of you to even to even speak to me in that sense, being another streamer, because one thing is as a viewer that you have like nothing to lose in that sense, and another one is like supporting me as a streamer like you did, knowing all of the things that I do, knowing all of the debates, the political debates that I talk about. So the business model of the game is this, people. To play the alpha, the cost is 42 euros or dollars, I presume. I don't know, in dollars it must be a bit less. Maybe, how is it now? You can play until launch, so 2 or 3 more years. Plus dollars, yeah, dollars, okay, $42. 42 American dollars, not euros. So you can play until launch, which will happen in 2, 3 or more years, plus the closed beta key, open beta, and 1 month free subscription on launch, $15. So the game is 15 per month, like World of Warcraft. Okay. Look at that, people. The game, they must be quite confident into themselves, because that's the same price tag as a Star Wars: The Old Republic and World of Warcraft. Like, it's trying to once again dethrone, or at least partially take the market of World of Warcraft. Okay. It's partially trying to fulfill the role of World of Warcraft, people. That's valiant, given the track record. Star Wars: The Republic, my MMORPG, tried to do the same. And yeah, Wildstar tried to do the same. Inspired a lot from Lineage 2. You mean the art style? Because the combat is more like, well, it's Terra and World of Warcraft, both systems. The art style does look like it. I play Lineage 2 offline in my own offline server, as I always tell you, people. Like, you cannot feed more than one MMORPG at the time. It goes against the rules of physics. Finally killed Radamant there. The sensitivity of the mouse is okay. You can see Flying Energies. I'm like the worst. You know which one I was thinking of streaming? The first MMORPG ever created. Instead, you go forward and I go backwards. I always felt... I always felt terrible that I didn't play the first MMORPG ever, Ultima Online, Lord of Britannia. And I tried and I couldn't understand it. It was brutally complex. So I would need a person over at the Discord who actually played the Ultima Online and is alive and teach me and explain me the basic controls to start at least. Because I have an offline mod for it. So yeah, you go forwards and I go backwards. I couldn't understand the interface. Different time, people. Different time. It was a different time. In that sense. Also, no fast traveling. Only by foot and mounts, flying mounts. I think that is amazing. That is amazing for Ashes of Creation. That is amazing. That is amazing. The Ashes of Creation world bear is massive, planned at about 1200 square kilometers, around 463 square miles at launch. Yeah, we use square kilometers here as well. We use the European one. At launch, featuring roughly 480 square kilometers of land and 750 square kilometers of ocean, plus the subterranean Unterreich. Oh, it's German. Is it German then? Unterreich is a German MMORPG, making it comparable to a large established MMO map like World of Warcraft after years of expansion. Good. Offering huge spaces for naval content and exploration with no mandatory fast travel. Perfect. Perfect. I love that it doesn't have that. I love that it doesn't have that. The creation of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is, well, not of that one. It's of The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, fast travel. The creation of The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past. A great idea, revolutionary idea. But I like it. Southern California, the United States. The equivalent of the map. Okay. 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 Not bad. Not bad. Ah, the developers. Okay. Good. Go. So it's an American game. Intrepid Studio. Okay, so it's an American game. Good. Well, are they ex-Blizzard workers? Yes. Are they ex-Blizzard workers by chance? If so, well, it would be following the same ideal as Wildstar, which were ex-Blizzard devs. Does it have more PvE or PvP orientation? They generally go more towards PvE in that sense. I am more PvP oriented. No, but you said it was like Lineage 2. Lineage 2 was about PvP, mostly. In that sense. With the massive open world wars between guilds. So there, if it was PvE oriented, would be a bit of a difference. We're done here. We killed the boss, people. Let's go. In that sense. The one that I don't know how you didn't like, which is that it was quite similar to Drakensang in a way, is Lost Ark, because it also incorporates those MMORPG mechanics. In my case, for all of those MMORPGs, I then wait for them to be reverse engineered. I like playing them offline, exploring the mechanics on my own. For online, I've already chosen Star Wars New Republic until it closes as the MMO RPG of my life, in that sense. Return to Atma for reward. Where is Atma? There you are. So yeah, pretty much that. I am in love with old school games, in that sense, people, as you can see. They just have something that modern games don't show me, though. That one looked amazing. That Ashes of Creation. That one looked amazing. I would probably go for the tap targeting combat. Search the halls of the dead under the dry hills for the cube. Search the maggot on the earth. Both. So the orientation. Massive PvE and PvP content like pocket dungeons where everyone can go in and fight each other. Raid boss fights, the PvE part. Open world boss fights, guild versus guilds. Nodes can be owned by players and need to be protected against other players. Alright. 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 So it's like open world PvP. It doesn't have instance. Caravans too. Ships, naval combat. Does it have instanced PvP? Like arenas in World of Warcraft, like UQ, 4 players against 4 players. Does it have that one as well? Kill the samurai out of nowhere. The house of the dead and the dry hills. Okay, the dry hills. Let's leave town once and for all. Do we have potions? Did the merchants return to town? Here. Does it have instanced PvP? If it has instanced, for now only open world, massive PvP. Later we get official arena, 1v1, 1v2, 1v 4v4, 16 by 16. I would go for the instanced. The thing that drives me crazy is instanced. 16 against 16 would be amazing. Instanced, because in instanced PvP there's an element that that we don't get in open world. You are confined to a limited amount of space, so it's tougher. It's tougher. I like it as tough as possible. In open world, well, the one with the biggest army generally wins, but there, in instance 1, that's why I love it so much, you have to like test yourself in a confined space. It's what I do. I kill in a confined space. Though open world is more, how do I put it? It's more spectacular visually with all of the people running around. The thing is that the engine has to take it. That is a huge challenge. The engine needs to be able to take it. There's only one thing. Are they using Unreal Engine 5? Because that one demands, in a lot of cases, Windows 11. That is a problem. For me to... If I tried it, I would try it offline. I would try it offline. In that sense. I like MMORPGs like offline. Like on my own, slowly digesting them. Looks good. Looks good. You know which one it reminds me of, as I told you, of Black Desert Online. A lot. Classes are unique. For now we have a primary class. In a few months we get a secondary. That means if you go, for example, a tank and you choose a secondary fighter, your character is gonna be named Knight. So the game is gonna have 64 different types of classes. Amazing! That's what Star Wars: The Old Republic did. Not 64. But like branches, advanced classes they were called in Star Wars: The Old Republic. Like the initial one, it's the Warrior. Game is on Unreal Engine 5.6. Okay. That could be a problem for me. No worries. For me to play it eventually in the future offline. 100%. In that sense. Okay. That could be a problem because that one 3070 Ti is recommended capa. No, I have two 3080s. The problem is that I don't want to update to Windows 11. And it demands, which one is it? Because Unreal Engine 5, you can go Windows 10 too. Good, amazing, good, because a lot of Unreal Engine games, Unreal Engine 5 games, you know what happens, Flying Energies? They force DirectX 12 Minimum requirement is a 1070, so you're good. Yeah, the problem is that if it doesn't demand a DirectX 12 Ultimate. DirectX X12 Ultimate. A lot of games demand DirectX 12 Ultimate, and for that, you need to update to Windows 11. And I'm not putting that bloatware on my PC. I'm not putting that bloatware on my PC. That is the thing. If it requires Windows DirectX 12 Ultimate, that is the thing. I could update to Windows 11 and could put DirectX 12 Ultimate. I'm not getting Windows 11 to get that bloatware on my PC. The same for the one that Patrick is playing, the new Dragons and made by his guild master, or Rank Online, that one that everyone is, that you all are going crazy, that tries to finally kill Dragons and Rank Online. Yeah, that one is by Patrick's guild master, precisely. Uh, is what I said. I would tell to developers, be extremely careful with Unreal Engine 5, because they could be excluding a lot of the player base because of what I'm telling you, because of the demand of DirectX 12 Ultimate. Like, it forces a Windows 10 update, a Windows 11 update in that sense. And trust me that a lot of people like me are not willing to do so. So, yeah, pretty much I would say that. DirectX 12 Ultimate, is it listed in the requirements by chance? Then I have to check that out. If it uses DirectX 12 Ultimate, if it requires it, or if it can work on normal DirectX 12, because the Ultimate is the one that demands Windows 11, and there they put you the AI and all of that shit. I don't know. Yeah, it can work. Okay. No, without problem. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It looks good, huh? The game looks amazingly good. If it doesn't require DirectX 12 Ultimate and Rank Online as well, they look good. In the future, maybe in 3, 4, 5 years, once they are a bit more polished, I like more polished versions. Also, Ashes of Creation drop system works like, whoa, oh, that's nice. If you play with someone in group and the mob drops a blue torso, you can choose to take it, pass, or grid. Okay, like it was the old school system of Star Wars: New Republic as well, that now they changed it and it's completely random. I miss that grid, grid, pass, and or take it. Okay. Good. I see they are trying to go back to the roots. They are trying to go back to the roots of World of Warcraft, 100%. Yeah, smile, indeed. That's good. That's good. I just, you know what is sad for me, Flying Energies, that all of these MMORPGs are like amazing, the same as WildStar or Star Wars: New Republic, and I always fear when they go offline that you lose all your fucking progress and those things. That's why they should all out. I say this, Flying Energies. They should all be like Diablo 2 here. That to have an offline and online part of it, like it ensures that the MMORPG survives like forever. They are my favorite type of games, except for real-time strategy like Age of Empires, and it makes me extremely sad. It makes me extremely sad that makes me extremely sad whenever any of them, any world is lost. Even in any world of those is lost. Even World of Warcraft. You know that for me to have reverse engineer servers of Wrath of the Lich King expansion, a lot of time passed until they could do that, or I could or we had classic servers. Like whenever an MMORPG world is lost, I feel terribly sad. It leaves me terribly sad, like Dark Spore, like WildStar. That's why I also generally think about it a lot whenever starting those, because then they close and people say, well, but you enjoyed your time with the game. It's the journey, not the. That's generally the explanation. Flying energies, right? It's the journey, not the destination. In that sense, or for example, you know which one I always wanted to try? Warhammer Online, and it closed as well. And only now they are starting to revive it, the modders. So, and another one, Arch Age 2, also I wanted to try it. So I wanted to try them a lot, and a lot of them closed very fast because of World of Warcraft's dominance. And yeah, it makes me feel sad because this one also reminds me of Wildstar with those graphics and everything, like looking so good, or Star Wars: The Republic, and then maybe that it doesn't close. Like the one District was telling me that one closed recently. Which one was it? The one that District told me. The one from Amazon that everyone was crazy about. New World. New World. It looked as if it was going to take the world by storm and those things, and sadly it closes. So yeah, makes me feel deeply sad, that nature of MMORPGs. I know that most people will tell me, well, but Eraser, watching this as a bot over at YouTube, or even you, or anyone here, is a journey, not the destination. Yes, but for such a conservative individual as me, like preserving my tunes, like for example here, little Elswind here. Well, it's important. Like I feel a bit attached to the tunes I create. In that sense, I like feeling that I'm in control of the game, that I own it. So I would force them to all have an offline mode once they close. There's one case that is amazing that I have to showcase. Oh, Treasure Goblin. See, they also added this. Oh, Glowing Baron. It's a Treasure Goblin, people, even if it has another name. It's a Treasure Goblin. This is something that they added here, incredible, just as if it was Diablo 3. It's amazing what they did with this mod, eh? Nice. So yeah, pretty much, whenever I start playing an MMORPG online like that, I feel like it's not mine. Everything that I'm doing has like a date of expiration. I feel like that. I know it's quite old school, so that's why I like playing these instead, in that sense. 100%. 100% because I feel like I own the world here. I am the owner. I like feeling that. It lets me explore the game at my pace in that sense. But the one that you showed me in the Ashes of Creation is quite good, huh? It's quite good. Quite good. I saw it and it's exactly something that I would create. Pretty much. Maybe with the interface a bit modified. For example, in World of Warcraft, I modified the interface so it looks a bit more like Star Wars: The Republic. I would make the tab targeting bar with the icons, following energies. I would make it with a background. I would add a background there because I'm a clicker. I like grab the bar and do it like this. I click and I move with WASD, and with E I do the tab targeting. I tab target with E instead. I don't know if you saw me. Did you saw me play Star Wars: The Republic ever? Yeah, I think you were in one of the streams. You could see that I'm a clicker, and I'm quite fast. I started at 16. I'm quite fast as a clicker, even. I don't do macros. I only have one or two macros. So for that, I would need the background. Also, I would suggest them to have a background for for the clickers. In that sense. But well, happy that you found a good game there to finally kill Drakensang Online. The aliens fulfilled their quest. The aliens fulfilled their quest, and you finally found a good game to. I feel deeply happy. I feel deeply happy because it looks like a good game as well. Looks like a good game as well. So I bet there you will meet a lot of great friends, like I do with Star Wars: The Republic. 100%. And that you overcame the apprehension of tap targeting in that sense, or maybe you are going to go do crosshair. But anyways, good, good. The legendary system, the legendary combat system of World of Warcraft. And you told me tap targeting EU, no full tap targeting, no. You're probably gonna use the crosshair. Let me open a portal, people. I need to assign a hotkey for the portal, for town portal. Can I do so? I think I can. Where is it? This is all new by the modders. See how amazing it is. Ooh. Ooh. These ones are quick cast 12. Where's the W? This one. Skill 1. Q W A S D. See, I always use these people. Ah, alright, it should work. I have it assigned. Let me see. Ah, okay, I don't have that one assigned. Or is it not letting me? Okay, no. We just have to do it manually. There we go. Leave that one here there. I'll leave that one there. What do we have here? Oh! Corpse crawler! Nice. Damn it, amazing effects they added. This is not the original Diablo 2. They designed new effects and new enemy variety. That's amazing. What the modders did here. Look at that. That effect is amazing. I'm in love with that effect, people. Will you look at that? That should do it. I think I target through the light objects there. They are not like hard walls. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Oh, flying sword. See, people, I'm the worst. I only play old school games like this one. I love them. They have an atmosphere that we don't see nowadays. I feel like nowadays the games. I feel like nowadays the games have turned like the atmospheres have turned into something more like a cartoon. Well, back then they were like this, a bit more uh, eerie, dark, with all those things. So yeah, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, this one is Sacred Ground of Gaming, people. You have to play it.
I can't carry anymore.
200 damage and 213. Fiend Weaver. How many slots does this have? It has 2 slots. This one? This one has 3 slots. Ah, I think I... Fire resist, poison resist. In percentages. Target takes an additional damage of 14. Oh, look at that, it changed the model. They also added new models. Spell focus was into physical spell damage. Fire spell damage, lightning spell, poison. To minions. Ah, no, well, the one I have is amazing. 100%. What about this one? Viper Bar. 20% extra cast speed. Damn. 8% extra spell damage. Cold and poison resist. 36 life after each kill. Damn it, this one. This one. Because this one, the one that I'm using now, very fast attack speed. Very fast attack speed, of course. But 9% extra spell damage. This one covers it with that 8%, but also 20% extra attack speed. So I will just need to cover the lightning spell damage. So to weapons, lightning spell damage. There, 1. I must have the rest. So I think I have runes for that. I have some runes. Let me open a portal. Here, my silly stash. This one. Thank you. Increase the lightning damage. There we go. So, 17 extra lightning spell damage, 17 to lightning spell damage. I don't use cold damage, I don't use poison, so those I don't care. Fire damage, I don't care. But this one also has an 8%. This one has the extra 8% magic damage, spell damage. But this one is the key. It provides 36 life after each kill. Demon Wood. What's this? 38% enhanced damage. Damn, that's brutal. Orb effects applied to this item are doubled. What do you mean orb effects? Like this? Damn it, I got a legendary one. Demon Wood. This one has 3 sockets though. It has an advantage there. It's triple socketed and it drains life after each kill. So this one will help me survive a bit more. This one 38% enhanced damage is brutal though. Damn, I need more runes for lightning damage, huh? Though I think that with that 38% extra damage is more than the rest of them. Okay, we'll keep this one for now. Because this one has cast speed and 8% extra damage. Yeah, but the other one is 30% extra damage. Damn. Quite brutal. Decisions. Attack speed, defense. 10% attack speed. Oh, it's not for this. It's to engrave them. Are doubled. 10% attack speed I added there. So we will compensate for these. Let me see. Isn't there any of them that... 6% cast speed. Attack speed isn't the same as cast speed, people? Damn. 3% life stolen per hit. Can you engrave them with rings? No, that would be way too much people. Like engraving a ring into a... Here I have one. Here I have one Nephrune. How do you take Nephrunes from them? Well, whatever. Yeah, the thing is, this one, 36 life after each kill is a lot. Like, you know, well, it's a set amount. The other one is a percentage, so it's better. Well, let's see. Let's see, people. Let's see. Give me my mana shield. Let's see. Am I attacking faster? Yeah, it's definitely faster. Yeah. It's much faster. Yeah. Much faster. I felt that 20% instantly. 20% extra attack speed was like felt instantly. Alright. That was good. That should do it for now. I should get us a vibe for a while. Damn it. That is brutal because... Good. Because I still haven't even distributed my stats here. Here, energy, as you can see, where is energy? Energy increases the mana point, increases damage on most spells. Okay. So let us boost our damage as well. Let's give us a nice little boost there. Definitely much better. Definitely much better. Let's push it even higher. There. So we are at full power. And the skill tree, right? I have to keep the skill tree up to date a bit more. I hate taking care of these people, I'll be honest with you. Lightning, this one is at maximum. Fork lightning, yes, of course. Lightning damage does 270. Okay, and doing a lot of damage. Good, I like that one. This one, the rune buffer, rune circle puzzle grants maximum health regeneration and increases max life. This one adds a 2% extra elemental spell damage. Yeah. I love how they designed the skill trees. And this one, the Raven Familiar. This one, what about this one? Mana Sweep. Spell steals mana and damages nearby enemies based on lost mana. You cannot learn this if you don't have the proficiency skill. Minimum required level to learn the skill 30. Leeches mana based on number of hits. And deals the damage to nearby enemies. Cast speed. This one increases the cast speed. San Jesus right. Current level 26. Ah, but it only increases the damage of the familiar. We require... I require 30 points total between all of them, so I have 2. We are at 25. Okay. We're at 25 technically. It's total. 30 points total. So we have 24 plus 26. 27. I'm at the limit. I am at the limit. Here. Okay, 26 out of 26. I'm at the limit. Okay, like this. Okay. Okay, so I am forced to spend some on these that I won't use. There's a lot of mana. Feedback damage 7 to 9% of current mana. This one is interesting. Oh, okay. So I can also boost this one. No. No, I need to waste some points. 2 points I need to waste, like this and like this. What? It would be 4 plus 26. Elemental proficiency skills. So arcane does not count? Shit. No! Alright, here. Okay, I fucked up. Then don't worry, I can. Elemental. Is this? Okay. They will need to be here to unlock it. Elemental. Elemental. Arcane does not count as elemental. Okay. I got it. Then I can do it. No worries. I need to remember to reactivate my mana shield from time to time. I killed everyone? No. I love the eerie atmosphere of Diablo 2. It's amazing. Like this in 2D. You can see why a lot of people think that no game has been able to reproduce it. Damn it, that attack speed is definitely doing its job. And the extra damage. Damn it. Just miss. I need to find a teleport spell to avoid damage, you know? To give me a bit of mobility. I don't have a lot of mobility. You know? Is that one regenerating health or just a really, really heavy tank? Absorbs lightning. Damn it. It's the only attack I can do. This is miserable. Damn it. They are anti-lightning mobs. This has to be a fucking joke. Okay, no worries. Eventually, if I cast enough circles, I will... Shit. No. It's an anti-lightning mob. It's an anti-lightning mob. No, they regenerate health. I have another one. I have the Arcane Blast, I think. Arcane Torrent. Let's try that one. What about that? No. Oh, fuck. No. Look at that, the health regeneration derived from killing them is absolutely brutal.
Not enough mana.
There we go. Let me reassign the potions. Oh, they are still after me. If it's only one, I can handle it. Or not.
I need mana.
Yeah, I know you do. Dang it. Dang it. I will overcome it. I will beat the lightning absorption. Or not. Oh, come on, it's dying. You know. There was no other way this could end. People with that lightning absorption. I'm just wasting my potions. Okay, so he's semi-immune to lightning because some damage he took. He took some damage, so that's a problem. I didn't expect this mechanic. I had another one, the basic.
Not here.
The basic arcane torrent. Where is it? Here. Has to be here. Immersion. It's immersion, right? Has to be immersion. Immersion, yeah. Based on lost mana. Okay. It's immersion. Oh, we're
Not in town.
not in town, indeed. Let's go. Let's try that again. Yeah, we'll have to go with that one. To kill those three. Where is it? No, get out of here. Alright, there, that one. You cannot absorb that one. Let's see. Good. So by absorption, they mean that they regenerate. What? It stuns them? I didn't know that attack stunned them. That's not bad. That's not bad. Good. There we go. Of course, you Razor. You're just way too stubborn. You're just way too stubborn. You have to actually follow the elemental system of the game. The problem is that this doesn't deal a lot of area of effect damage, right? It's like in a single direction. I like the wide arc of the lightning. Hey, this is fucking... Hey, is it me or the damage was boosted? Because it's based on lost mana. What's the description of this attack? Feedback damage, 220% of lost mana. Okay. Interesting, but I like my lightning. If you don't mind, I like the fork. Like, look at these people, it goes through the whole... Besides, this one gets through them. I like that it gets through them and it has a wide arc. Like that. It may be a bit weaker, but it's not weaker if they are like on top of you, because it depends on how many forks of the lightning they get. The treasure bolt. I think I made a wrong turn. Where's the objective of this shit? Search the halls of the dead and the dry hills for the cube. We have to find a cube, people. We need to find the 3 thingies there. So it was just like a random dungeon. Rocky waste. Okay, it's not here. Dry hills first. Dry hills, here we go. I always have this problem of mixing them up. Like that. Hey, this is nice. I don't need to use potions anymore for normal farming. Because the second I kill someone, I recover health, and I kill so many that is proportional to it. Like, look at that. I love this stuff, huh? This stuff will be difficult to beat with that life steal. Quite difficult to beat. Quite difficult to beat, people. Quite difficult to beat. This is sacred ground of video games, people. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 9. I'll stay some more minutes. and I'll finish early today. Sorry that today I started way too late. We will play Diablo 2 maybe tomorrow instead of Van Helsing to compensate a bit. Yeah, because it was way too low. It was 2 hours and it's way too. It's not enough for all of you to compensate the. Your thirst for our debates, people. See that it only had 8 directions for you to move your character to, and still was amazing. And it was still amazing. I love the lightning. Oh, what is that, a curse or what? I love that you are told your states here. That's something that they added that is amazing. There should be a portal somehow over here to unlock, so I don't have to do all of this all over again. Though I love that the mobs respawn, huh? See how smooth the leveling curve is. It's like reasonable. Even at level 76. I think the level cap was 255 or some crazy shit like that. Yep, definitely this stuff rocks. Even if I lost a bit of damage in the end, which I don't think because of the extra cast speed. This is smooth. The extra cast speed is definitely felt here. Amazing. Really amazing. What? Is that one a life stealer or what? No. I wonder if the fire circles actually stack. I need to remember to distribute my points before a boss fight, because otherwise I die a lot of times. Damn it, I'm running out of mana. What a sacrilege. I think it's one of the few times that it happens. There we go. I wonder if I will have to eventually deal with running out of mana, with mana regeneration. So far, with all of the points invested on energy, with my total amount of mana that is massive, I haven't had to deal with it. Oh, look at that, speaking of that. The mana here, you feel recharged. Scorch enemy. 10 bolts, lightning damage, 170. I wonder if it's 170 per bolt. Yeah, it's per bolt. It has to be per bolt. Per bolt of lightning. Come on, portal, portal, portal. There has to be a portal here. The day-night cycle back in 2001. Seeing this here, it's absolutely amazing. And it's incredible how, even if it's not 360 degrees, if it's 8 directions, if you click on the enemy, the hit lands perfectly. It's absolutely brilliant thinking that something like this was developed so many years ago. So many years ago. Okay, people, tomorrow we'll play Diablo 2 again. Because last week we also didn't do a lot of... also we had a short stream as I started late, so it feels bad to treat a gem of the gaming industry like this. It feels terribly, terribly bad. As you can see here, the enemies respawn. Even if it's easier to kill them because of the area level being 60 and now I'm 77. As you can see, it's a system that encourages farming in that sense. But as you can see here, you can seamlessly. It was like this in the online version of Diablo 2 that the mobs would respawn. In the offline one, they didn't. So here, this one is like the complete one. Okay, back to loot Golain. We'll leave it here. Tomorrow we'll play Diablo 2 again because I also did a sacrilege last week, be playing it for such little time, huh? So it's absolutely amazing. People, thanks from the bottom of my heart to Patrick, Pillow, District, and Flying Energies, to the four of you for visiting me today. Thank you for visiting me today and enjoying a nice little day of old school Diablo 2. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and see you all in the next one. People, it's been my pleasure. I love you all. You all warm my heart and my days at existence, pretty much. So, good, 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 good. It's been my pleasure, people, and see you all in the next one when we'll continue with the other quest. Because yeah, we'll have to explore the desert because it's an absolute completely the quest in the previous game. Yeah, of course, because it's an absolute insult to the father of all isometric action RPG games not playing anymore. People, it's been my pleasure. My pleasure. So see you all in the next one. I love how they redid this interface. Is absolutely amazing. As you can see, you can also play it multiplayer and in LAN as well. So it's absolutely incredible. I wonder if the multiplayer works in that sense. How it works, then we have to try it eventually. Okay, people, all the cinematics work. They fixed everything perfectly as it should be. So yeah, pretty much an absolute legendary piece of the gaming industry preserved here. So yeah, pretty much. People, it's been a pleasure. See you all in the next one. Love you all. Thanks to anyone who might have taken the time to watch this as a YouTube bod or a Twitch bod in the future. I love you all. Bye bye, people. Bye bye.